131 miles, Rodney Snyder. $1,014 units, 315,702 miles. Ladies and gentlemen, big round of applause for Paul Duke. With 1,147 units, 1,172,659 miles. Help me welcome to the stage, Julie Vickers. $1,491 units, 1,437,975 miles. Warren Thomas. $1,084 units, 1,041,329 miles. Ladies and gentlemen, big round of applause for Stephen Richardson.
Well, good morning, y'all. Just wanted to give you a little heads up how important it is to lay money aside for a maintenance account. As you can see, I'm driving down the road. But before I made this video, I had to put a transmission in this here truck. Time you take the revenue I lost and the motel bill I had to stay in for 3 nights, and the cost of the transmission and installation was a pretty hefty bill. It was right around, I'm gonna say $6,500, between $600 and $6,500 to all that, maybe a little more, but just to be on the conservative side, I would say around $600 to $6,500. And luckily I had laid up some, but I had to borrow a majority of it. And if you're not capable of being able to borrow money, you need to have it laid up on the side. As you can see, who I work for, Horizon Transport, give a big shout out to them. Man, they did an awesome Driver's Appreciation Day. I want to say thank you publicly. Maybe some of them watching it, thank you. You did a great job. But getting back now to what I was talking about, it's highly recommended. I highly recommend it. You do what you want to. Everybody's finances are different, but I would say put up at least 10, 15, maybe even 20% of each load to cover your maintenance on your truck. You say, well, my truck's brand new, it's under warranty. That's all good, that's great, but there's gonna come a day that it ain't, if you keep it long enough. And you gotta have brakes, you gotta have tires, that kind of stuff ain't covered under warranty. Oil changes, you know, deductibles for insurance, for windshields, whatever else. Well, I apologize for the bouncing if it's too bad there, but it's important that you lay up money to cover your maintenance. You're gonna have minor things that you're going to have money for. And you can use the EFS card. Well, I don't know what company you go for and what card they use, but Comdata, EFS, whatever they use, you can do that, or you can set yourself up a savings account and just deposit money into that savings account and don't touch it until it's time to do some kind of maintenance on your truck. Whether it be just routine maintenance or it be a major repair like a transmission, motor, or whatever. But so I highly recommend you doing that. Thankful that I was capable of being able to get mine and get back on the road, and I got it, and I've got hooked to a fifth wheel, and that's awesome. So I regularly, highly take it out of every load and lay it aside where you'll have that money. And one day you'll accumulate enough that you can have a down payment for another truck or go pay cash for one. If you're lucky and don't have to have a lot of major repairs. And then if you're not, and you got to have for repairs, then you've got the money to afford to withstand the repair. It's not just about having the money to pay the bill for the maintenance, but it's also having the money to be able to live in case you're down a few weeks. And so you want to make sure that you got enough money in there that you can cover yourself financially to keep a paycheck going and all that. I went and started myself a Inc. incorporation, and I run everything through that. There's two reasons for that. One, I get a tax write-off, and two, it helps me with self-employment tax in the state that I live in. And so, you know, I got a CPA. She takes care of all of it, and she set up my corporation. I turned all that information into Horizon, and all my 1099s and everything will come into the corporate name. I went with North Georgia Enterprise because I do a few other things on the side outside of pulling RVs and stuff. So, you know, whatever you decide to do, that's you. That's what it works for me the best. And I hope you got something out of that. Hope you, maybe that was good advice, maybe it wasn't. If you didn't, hey, maybe somebody out there did. If you liked it, you got something out of it, please hit that like, that subscribe button down there. Leave a comment. Let us know. And we certainly appreciate you watching the Dream Helper channel. We're all about trying to be a help, not a hindrance. And we just try to give you everyday life out here as a trucker, as an RV transporter, whatever. We've done all three. We've done RV transporting, we've done over-the-road trucking in a semi, and we've done our own hotshot, had our own authority, the whole 9 yards. And the reason we got out of the own authority is because of the cost of stuff going up. And we're an owner-operator now with Horizon Transport, and we don't have to look for loads. I don't have to pay for people to do that, and don't have to all that. We just do what we want to do with them and do other stuff. And we do drywall work on the side, and when we're home, we got a few horses and other stuff we deal with and live with and all that. But you know what? The main thing here is to make sure that you put up your maintenance fund. It's very, very important. I can't stress it enough. I've said it 1,000 times already. Please, if you don't do anything else, please put up money. tank, so I don't need it right now. My truck's under warranty. I get it. I do. But start out the gate doing it and getting into a habit of doing it, and you won't have to worry about it ever. You know, watch your P's and Q's, dot your I's and cross your T's. Watch your fuel expenses. Another thing I highly recommend you getting right out of the gate before you even get a fifth wheel is get you an auxiliary tank. That'll help you on your bottom line. The cheaper you can buy fuel and then run into some of them higher places and drop that trailer off and get out of there on cheaper fuel, the better off you will be in the long run. So I highly recommend you doing that and getting you a fuel tank, whether it be with a pump, gravity fed, or whatever. Ours is gravity fed, 70 gallons, all it would fit in this truck. I would get the biggest one you can get to go in your truck with your fifth wheel. And you want to make sure that you got all that you can do. Pull all the hitches you need, GI hitch, 2-inch ball, 2 5/16, 1 7/8. I mean, you just name it. Get them all. That way you can have more fifth wheel. You can have it all and be ready and be flexible to do it all. Even get you an ELD. That way you can be flexible and pull anything and everything out there. Just trying to be a help to you. Hope you got something out of it. We'll catch up with you on down the road somewhere. Good morning, y'all. This is Nathan, Dream Helper here. Picking this up, going to California with it. Just give you a rundown on a couple things here that you could remember to do hooking up a fifth wheel. As you can see, we got our fifth wheel here. Very important to have a lock or a pin to go on your fifth wheel. Make sure this is always locked. I got a slider fifth wheel that you can see here, and it's very important. And the reason I have a slider is I got a 6.7 foot bed on my truck. Always make sure that your plug's in. Your emergency brakes are hooked up down here and good to go. Another thing you always want to do is when you're hooking up, is you want to come around and look up and under there to make sure that your jaws are connected to your kingpin. Make sure your jacks are up. But the first thing you want to do when you come to get ready to pull to any trailer, really, not just fifth wheels, but any trailer, is you want to get out, check your VIN number, make sure it's the right number, matches the unit number. Torque your wheels, tires, everything. Make sure all your doors are locked. Make sure there ain't no scratches, like we got a little scratch right there. Mark that. Put your wheels to the right torque. If you have any caps on your tanks, make sure they covered up. I lock all these doors and things. Put your tag on. Make sure you got the tag. I had a spare tire cover. I took it off, put it in storage. This particular unit's got an outdoor grill. Had a cover on it. I took it off. I don't want it to blow away. That's a long way going. Then you want to make sure your lights work. Check them, that kind of stuff. Basically just do a pre-trip on your unit. This particular one's a fifth wheel. Mainly what I'm talking about here is you can do this on bumper pull. Anything that you pull, you would want to do this pre-trip on. But the main thing is how to hook up this fifth wheel is a little different, but it's a lot easier than doing a bumper pull. I've walked around, took pictures of everything already. Didn't get that on the video, but that's something you want to do. Every unit you pull, inspect it, and make sure that you take plenty of pictures. Check to see if all the lights are out. First thing you'll do is make sure that I have a toolbox in my truck. It's not really a fifth wheel toolbox, so I have an extra step to do that you that may have a fifth wheel toolbox where it's got the V cut out in it, you won't have to do that extra step. But first thing I do when I pull up to it is I get out and check my VIN number. I check this number right here, that number right there on my VIN or on my bill of lading, and on the side of the trailer as well. Make sure all that matches. I also, when I get the key out of the hot water box, hot box as we call it, go around checking everything. I get the packet out of the trailer and I check that VIN number against the title and the town that it's going to make sure I got the right unit. These numbers sometimes get really close together and you have to be real careful or you'll pick up the wrong unit, and you don't want to do that. You'll be coming back for free. So, but anyway, I let my tailgate down. When I get all that done, I have most of my work done before I ever back my truck under here, and but I'll raise my unit, a fifth wheel. I raise this unit up high enough that I can clear that toolbox, back up to it just enough. Then I plug up my lights and my breakaway. This particular unit had a battery already installed. If it did not have a battery already, I would have already had that installed before I ever backed my truck up under it, because I don't want to blow my fuses on my truck. If you plug this thing up, then try to hook up a battery, you're going to blow your fuses, and then you're going to be not having any lights, brake lights, turn signals, so on and so on. So that's not a good thing either. So always hook your batteries up before you connect the unit power line to your truck. So I got all that done, backed under it, lowered it back down where it would go. Just this part would just clear and come into right here with just a little bit of pressure, and I could slide my fifth wheel on under there. And when I did that, got out, pushed my handle on back, as you can see in my handle over there, pushed it back, went around, made sure my jaws was closed on my kingpin. Then I put my lock, I have a lock, and I locked it on there. That way, there's no way that can come loose. That handle can't vibrate open or anything, because it's got a safety pin in it, which is a lock, and it's locked. You're sleeping overnight somewhere, parked somewhere, somebody might want to come by and mess with you and just reach over and pull that handle, and then you take off. You've had a bad day. So it's a good thing, good habit to always make sure, check that every day. Make sure nobody's tampered with your handle on your fifth wheel, or your lock or pin, Carter pin or whatever that you put in there has not got any damaged or wore or broke or anything. It's always a good habit to do that. But hope you got something out of this today, and we'll keep you going along the way as we take the journey to California. But just a quick thing on how to hook up a fifth wheel. I would normally try to done it in action, but it's a little hard to hold this camera and do all that at the same time. But as you can see, you got a general idea how it should look when it's hooked up. But I explained it pretty good, I do believe. Leave a comment if you out there hook up fifth wheels, pull fifth wheels, got something that you can add. Leave it in the comment, and let's help others out here and try to be a blessing to somebody. And but we're going to get on the road and get out of here, get started toward California. And so we'll catch up with you somewhere down the road. Well, we're in California, having to wait till Monday to make our delivery. We called on the way like you're supposed to. It seemed that they wouldn't accept our load till Monday before 3 o'clock. But anyway, you see what we get to put up with till Monday. Swimming pool, hot tub, nice motel. Right here where we're at. So, just wanted to give you a heads up, let you know. We are here. We're having a good time, enjoying the trip. Made it all the way to here with no problems so far. Maybe Monday when we get things going, we'll let you know. Have a great day. All right, y'all, we made it to California. Been sitting here at this dealer since 11:51 California time. It's going on 3 hours and we're still here. Check this thing in. They said they had to wash it, then inspect, and there was about 8 ahead of me. It's been a while. But you know what? It is what it is. Anyway, we made it out here. Safe and sound. All in one piece. No problems. But we did have an ELD keep trucking login problem. If you ever have one of those, just call them. They'll step you through it. But they couldn't help me today. I fixed it myself. It was as simple as rebooting my tablet. My problem was I couldn't get the ELD box to communicate with my tablet through Bluetooth. It wouldn't connect. It says it cannot connect. So I called Keep Trucking. They did everything, troubleshoot it, shot it on their end and all that. And it dawned on me, hey, maybe I ought to turn this Bluetooth off on this tablet and turn the tablet off and turn it back on and then try it all again. And you know what? Connect just like that. So if you have a problem like that, you might want to turn your phone off or your tablet, whatever you may be using the app on. I've got a Apple tablet. I also use an iPhone and stuff. But if you have a problem with Keep Trucking, maybe turn off your device. What you want to do is log out of the Keep Trucking, close all your apps, turn off your device, turn it back on, let it reboot itself, then open the app, sign back into it, then reconnect by Bluetooth, and hopefully that will fix it. That's what fixed my problem. And so we got that taken care of, and then we got on down here. We would have been here a lot earlier if we had not had that problem with our logs this morning. But at least we got it fixed. Now we're just sitting here waiting at the wonderful dealership here. Waiting on them to get me checked in, give me my paperwork, and I can get on out of here. Then we're going to get us an auxiliary tank installed. And we'll do a little video on all that as soon as we get the over there to the place. We'll try to give some information on that in the video there. I guess you can see my shirt there. It says Pure Gospel Radio. If you like gospel music, download their free app. Go to your Apple store, search Pure Gospel Radio. It's got that microphone right there, and it's yellow. And download it. Plays 365 days a year, 24 hours a day, around the world. Best gospel music on the net. My opinion. Check it out. You might have you never can tell. You might like it. But anyway, this is Nathan. This is probably going to be the end of this video here. So until next time, keep it between the white lines. Keep it out of the ditches. Keep the ugly side down and the pretty side up. Be safe out there, y'all.